Peace. What it is going down. Sun, Sagittarius, Moon, Aries. Got that fire energy. So I was just watching my Pisces when somebody left a comment, was like, and I'm getting these comments a lot on these videos, like, my sun is in Sagittarius and my moon is in Pisces, like, and that's all they'll say, or they'll be like, or this one specifically, she was like, what is, or he, or whoever the hell, my bad, no disrespect, my name. Anyway, it's like, what does that mean? Well, ultimately, you are all of the 12 signs, okay? Your brain is composed of all 12 signs, all right? If you look at your birth chart, that dot in the middle of the birth chart is your spirit, or your soul, if you will, okay? And that experiences reality through the 12 windows that is around it, in which we call zodiac signs. Now, how can you understand this in everyday life? Okay, you as a human being, you experience the earth, right? And you experience, nature through what? The weather, right? And that is affected by what? The seasons. How many seasons do you have? You have 4 seasons. Aha. Broke down to what? 3 months apiece. Sound familiar? All right. So the way you experience the earth is through the 4 seasons, right? The 3 months each of each season. 3 times 4 is 12. We talking. So that's the 12 months, right? So that's the 12 signs of the earth, and that's how you experience nature. Okay, so that's the same way. It's as above, so below, as within, so without. So, okay, so that's what goes on inside of you every day. You go through a 24-hour period, right? What's that? 2 times 12. You go through 2 cycles of the zodiac. You understand? 12 and then 12, and it's really 1 cycle, but you in 1 sign for 2 hours. Okay. So this, this is everything. It is a basis of reality. This is why every ancient culture has some form of zodiac. All of them. Because, society is founded upon it. Yours is too. 7 days of the week. Like I just said, 7 days of the week, 12 months of the year, right? 365 days of the year, 360 degrees. You know what I'm saying? 52 weeks, 5 plus 2 is 7. I'll go back to the 3, the 4, and the 7. All right, 7 days of creation. God rested. So what does this mean in your chart? So, your sun and your moon, those are the only 2 planets that only rule 1 sign. Sun rules Leo, moon rules Cancer. All other planets, and I operate on the ancient school of thought, where they'll tell you that they didn't discover Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, but that's a goddamn lie. They didn't. We're not talking planets here. We're talking planes of thought. Okay, planes of existence. Plane with a T at the end. Physical reality. All right. So. Lost my okay, so seven planets, right? Every other planet, and the sun and the moon be considered a planet in ancient schools of thought. All right, because in flat earth cosmology, you have the sun and the moon is the 2 you can see, and then you have the other 5 that's up there as well, but you can't really see them. All right, but we ain't gonna get all of that shit. But how this affects you is like, okay, for a person who's they sun and their moon is their sun is in Sag and their moon is in Pisces, you would understand that Jupiter rules Sag and Pisces. Just so happen your sun and moon is in the 2 signs or 1 planet rules. So you would go see where Jupiter is in your chart, because that's what you mainly operate off of. You see what I'm saying? The Jupiter planet. So then, your Jupiter could be in Aries or some shit. So you may act more like Aries than the other 2. You understand what I'm saying? Just because you lean on that planet. And that would just give you insights to yourself. You just go look up Jupiter in whatever sign yours is in, And then, you see how that corresponds to your everyday life. All right? And once you understand that life is nothing but a cycle, you do 7 days, and then you do 7 days again, you 7 days again, do 30 days in a month, 30 days in a month, 30 days in a month, right? I mean, round out, right? Do 365 days. It's a cycle. So you essentially are going through the same things over and over again. And once you are able to identify the foundational root to the problem, you're able to identify the problem before it comes, because you'll start to see that, based on your decisions is why these problems are coming. And more times out of not, it's because you're not doing something that, your chart is pushing you to do, which your chart will be considered your destiny. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everything happened for a reason. Your soul decided to incarnate into this reality, so it picked its time. Therefore, it picked its planets. You see what I'm saying? Okay? It wanted to operate off of, its sun, a sun being in Sag and a moon being in Pisces, because it knew that with that energy permeating in its body, that's a sacrificial energy. Like in that video I was saying, like, like the two Sagittariuses that I was using as examples were being cheated on. It's not to say that happens to Sagittarius, but it kind of is, because it's like that's the sacrificial energy. Jupiter is Jesus being sacrificed on the cross. That's Jupiter. What is it? Jesus. Jesus is Jesus, and Zeus is Jupiter, and I can't remember the correlation, but so you gotta understand, Jesus is the sun going through the 12 signs. So different stories correlate to different signs. You see what I'm saying? So and then some of that is Kabbalistic as well. So, but anyway, you would look at your chart and you would see, like me personally, my sun is in Gemini. So I understand that, I operate off Mercury. My Mercury's in Gemini too, real close to my sun. So that means I think quickly. When your Mercury and your Mercury and your sun are in close degree, then you think quicker than others. You see what I'm saying? So you just get but you overthink more than others. You see? So it's good and bad, everything. It's about balance. And once you understand, you look at your chart and you say, oh, so that's why I do this every time I get, boy, well, you better put on a goddamn white t-shirt. This nigga got on black pants and a blue hoodie. It is dark as shit out here. Well, I like to hit his ass. Boy, you niggas, hey, nigga, being cool is not that important. Do you hear me? You better put a reflect on your ass. Dark the bitch out here. You know what I'm saying? So basically, what you don't use your chart to try to see your future and all that's bullshit. You use your chart to study your past, because once you study your past from your chart's perspective, you'll start to see the patterns. All right, and then that's when you start to look at predicting your future. As you say, man, just so happened this motherfucker come in my life. And then once you get really into your chart, you'll say, I wonder when their birthday is. And you'll say, oh, they Aries. And you look at your chart and say, my Jupiter's in Aries. So I need to see what it is that they do that I admire. You see what I'm saying? Because I need to figure out how I need to assimilate that into myself, because that's what I'm lacking. That's why I've magnetized this person to me, because like attracts like, nigga, law of attraction. You see, you got to put it all together. You can't, it's not just one thing. Everything is everything. You know what I mean? My earring, I'm on point. So peace and love. Take it easy. Ashe.